There's a man called Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo. He's a good departmental manager. 2004, we saw how Soludo was part of the team, economic advisor to former President Obasanjo, advising in certain ways the way they pay off our debt and everything, the recapitalization that also helped the Nigerian banks today, makes Nigerian banks one of the biggest banks in Africa. It really, really helped from 89 bank to 20 or 19 bank. You understand? And these things really help. And this is the work of Soludo. And we can write those things off. They really, really help. We understand how so many banks fail, like Savannah Bank, though we know there's politics with it too, and every other things. So these things really help. So the man called Soludo is that man who is a good manager. You understand? Who challenge people who work under his department. You know those managers that knows their work, but they are very rude and arrogant. All they are after is efficiency. You understand that? But it is different now when you become leaders. You understand? The man Warren Buffett, the man Bill Gates. You understand? They employ the best brains all around. It is not their brain. You understand? But they know how to manage people. So these are the things that I think Soludo is really, really lacking. And then for that thing, it's really, so it's carrying this mentality of a corporate world, a manager who has a target. I need to meet my target. But when it comes to leadership, how to manage people, it is different. It is different. The way I would take care of my goat is different from the way I would take care of human being. Because if the goat misbehave, I flog the goat, I do all type of thing. But that's not how you manage human being and everything. So Soludo is making big mistake. Then also the part of politics is also not a good politician. How to micromanage some of these things that he's just talking here and there. I think Abga was part of the party who also formed that APC then. You understand and everything. So maybe he's just trying to go back. Things that Tinubu never did and he worked for Tinubu but didn't work for some other people. So Soludo should understand these things very well. Like as Chisco said, if you think he's so strong, let him move like Oborowori and see if the people will follow him. That's not how you manage. Then, doctor, my biggest concern, I've been a transport person all my life. So this thing that when I see people talk about this seaport or no seaport, there's something called floating barge. There's something called dry port. Anambra, the demographic of Anambra, places like Edo State, ocean surge and the likes. You don't need to dredge that River Niger too well. It can affect so many land in places like that. But the good thing is that there is a River Niger. You don't need to spend money. All you just need to do, you get a ship. You understand? There's a ship that they call mainstream ship, midstream. This ship can bat from middle of the water. You don't need to go to the dock where you need to dredge the dock so that the ship can bat there. So in midstream, you bring flat barge, you bring everything out, then you take it to dry dock. We once have a dry dock in places as far as Kogi State. You understand? So through the River Niger, you put all these cargoes in the flat barge, then they use tugboat and push it to ashore and the like. So these are the things you can do that. And this thing is going to really help very well. So you don't even need to spend money to say we want to get a seaport. It's going to be too expensive and it will also affect that demographic because Anambra has been having that problem for a very long time. So you don't even want to go temper anything that will affect. I just want to talk for that part. And I really think the Southeast need an international airport. We cannot rule that part. If about 3 airlines, even Qatar, KLM, and the likes, they can stop in places like River State. And if we tell ourselves the truth, numbers of people that will stop that will fly and landed in places like Port Harcourt are my very Igbo brothers and the likes. And everything. We have international airport in the north, not even one. You understand? We have more or less like 3, Kanu, Sokoto. We have in Abuja there and everything. We have Lagos here. We have Port Harcourt. Come on. This is the 3 major ethnic group in Nigeria. I don't see why we cannot put one airport there. More of commercial cargo and the likes. You can do what they call light cargo, not heavy cargo. You understand? So, doctor, when you see KLM landed in places like Port Harcourt, more things that they carry is cargo for the so-called this oil installation, light things that is not so heavy and the likes. These are the things they bring. They make more money on cargo than passenger. They don't really get a lot of passengers there. You understand? But when you look at all the hash, they come with a lot of cargoes and the like. So these are the things. So these are the type of politics I'm expecting us to play, where you play politics at the long run. It's going to favor your people. You understand? And play politics for yourself. The man called Martin Luther King was never a president. You understand? His name is over 1,000 streets in America today. You understand? It is the thing that he did, you understand, that is working for him. Look at the level, the way Nigerians come to appreciate Ngige for the 3 years that he even rigged the election before him himself come to mess himself up. Ngige did well in his own right, in certain ways, and every other thing. So Soludo, why don't you go manage, pay the, but Soludo cannot manage because he's a very arrogant person. So if he's the leader, he cannot afford to lead people. He's a departmental manager. He managed one part, but leading of the people, he has proved it time from different time. He has made so many blunders, so many mistakes, and everything. Soludo by now is supposed to work with somebody like Obi, you understand, to maintain that thing like the so-called the Buhari. They will say, oh, 12 million vote, 12 million vote. Take advantage of your brother and play this politics. Why are you going? Oftentimes, we try to make Tinubu a monster at all costs. So everybody's trying to anticipate that Tinubu going to do this thing bad. So in essence of that, if you can't beat them, you follow them.